So I may as well just make another reaction video while I look at this privacy policy for the first time. All right, for the US, information we collect, how we use your information, how we share. Well, this should be fun. How many people read these things before they agree to them? I wanted to see if I could resume using the app without agreeing, without tapping agree, if I could just hit back or anything, and I couldn't. So I guess I gotta read it and see if I agree. So here goes. Information we collect, how we use your information, how we share your information, your rights and choices, data security and retention, children and teens, other rights, privacy policy updates. Contact us. Last updated January 22nd, 2026. I don't know what the longest TikTok video can be, but we're going to find out. This privacy, it's a good thing I just got these new trifocal glasses. Ooh-wee, I might have to use my Peeps to polish my lenses. Ooh-wee, okay, I'm going to have to prop up this phone. Okay, this privacy policy, I might not read all this aloud. Okay, you all can read along. Because I'm a fast reader. This privacy policy applies to TikTok services, the services, which includes TikTok apps. Excuse me. Y'all can read along. What? Look at this is important stuff, you know, because I mean, I think it's important, but okay. So here we go. Website, software, and related services accessed via any platform or device that link to this policy. Okay, all right, let's continue. As well as TikTok ad network. Okay, the services are operated by TikTok USDS Joint Venture LLC. TikTok USDS Joint Venture, we or us. Okay, we're committed to protecting and respecting your privacy. Yeah, okay. This privacy policy explains how we collect, use, share, and otherwise, yeah, I'm a little jaded, you know, use, share, and otherwise process the personal information of users and other individuals in connection with the services for information about how we, as defined under Washington's My Health, My Data Act and other similar state laws. Please refer to Consumer Health Data Privacy Policy. We're just going to click on that real quick and see what that does. TikTok Consumer Wait, okay, okay, how we may use it, okay, that supplements it, and okay, and the event that circumstances where some of the information we process may be considered consumer health data. Explains how we collect, use, and share such information. We may collect health data. If you choose to engage in public activities on the services, you should be aware that any information you share may be read, collected, or used by other users, and the public laws may not protect consumer health data you choose to make public, and you should use caution in disclosing personal information while using the services. The scope of consumer health data is defined differently under different laws, and the scope may be broader in some jurisdictions than others. For your information and awareness, we may collect the following information depending on your settings and how you use the services. Information about your physical and mental health conditions that you or others choose to provide in the content that you create or upload through the services. For example, you or others may provide such information if you compose, send, or receive messages through the services messaging functionalities. Geez, okay. Tell me more. Create or post non-public user content discussing a recent illness or search for information about an illness or condition through the services. This is getting deep already. Through the services search function. You may also choose to provide such information if, for example, you participate in surveys, research, okay, promotion, contests, marketing campaigns, challenges, competitions, or events conducted or sponsored by us. in which you disclose information related to any health-related conditions or preferences. Look, I'm a healthcare professional, so in the back of my mind, I just think about HIPAA. Okay, so let's continue, which is the Health Insurance Portability and Accountability Act. Okay. Information about the videos, images, and audio recordings that are part of your user content, such as by identifying objects and scenery, the existence and location of a face and other body parts, and the text of the words spoken in your user content. We may collect biometric identifiers and biometric information as defined under U.S. laws, such as face prints and voice prints from your user content. Collect them, okay? Collect them, meaning like amass them, store them, collect them, like never delete them, do shit with them, maybe? Okay, perhaps? Collect, define collect, okay? Where required by law, we will seek any required permissions from you where required by law. Okay? Law is a slippery word these days. That's my commentary. Prior to any such collection, click here to learn more. I will. Location information, including approximate or precise location information. A lot of us have our GPS on all the damn time. That could identify your attempt to seek healthcare services or supplies. Okay, so this is consumer health data that we may collect. For instance, you may choose to add certain points of interest, like healthcare centers, to your user content. Oh, I like that place. Click. Other information that may be used to infer or derive consumer health data. Interesting. For additional information about the types of data we collect and how we collect it, please review information we collect in the TikTok privacy policy, which was what I was reading before I bounced over here. So we're going to bounce back to that. This is going to be a long-ass video. I might have to make it in like 10 parts. How we may use your consumer health data. We may use consumer health data to operate. This one isn't that long. The services, including to improve. That's a really nebulous word, because improve could be like anything that turns a profit, basically. Support and administer, which is anything that helps to, do the services that support making a profit and making the shareholders happy. I'm just, interpreting it for capitalism. And fulfill and enforce our terms of service. Okay, we may also use your consumer health data. Fucking HIPAA! Okay, sorry, that was just my, with respect to people with Tourette's, that was just an expletive, I'm sorry. Otherwise, with your consent. By saying I agree, is that our consent? Is it? Or in accordance with applicable law? I wonder if there's anything in Project 25 about this. For additional details about how we use your information, please review how we use your information in the TikTok privacy policy. We will get back to that. Okay, there's also this click here. Where required by law, we will seek any required permissions from you prior to such collection. So we're going to get back to that too. Okay, but this is just, there's not that much left here. Okay, so we're going to go, okay. And how we may share your consumer health data. Subject to applicable laws, we may share personal information, which may include each of the categories of consumer health data as described above. The categories which included like your location, information about the videos, images, and audio recordings. Remember, private messages, frickin' your face, stuff that's in the background, yeah. Stuff about illnesses, places that you might go to get care or that you're interested in getting care. Okay. Okay, so, sorry, let's see. Okay, so what we might collect, how we may use it, how we may share it, okay, with service providers. Hold up, I lost my place. Sorry. In connection. Nah. Blah. 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 Okay. What consumer data we may collect? Automatically collected stuff, information about the videos, how we may collect it, to improve stuff, how we may share it, with service providers and business partners. Okay, we may share personal information, which may include each of the categories of consumer health data as described above, as reasonably necessary to provide you the services in the following manner with service providers and business partners. It could be something benign and super convenient. On the other hand, like, I want to share it with my Fitbit, and it's going to really be awesome sauce. As reasonably necessary to provide you the services in the following manner with service providers and business partners to help us perform business operations and for business purposes. For instance, service providers and business partners may receive certain information to help us provide services like content moderation with our affiliates, controlled by or under common control with us as necessary for the purposes set forth within this consumer health data privacy policy in connection with a sale, merger, or other business transfer when one company owns all the things in the world for legal reasons. This motherfucker shot up everything and we have to turn over their chats. God forbid. With your consent or at your direction. For example, if you choose to allow a third-party service to access your account, I swear to God it wasn't me. Look at my chats. It's all right here. We may share certain information about you with the third party depending on your permissions. In addition, when you make a purchase from a third party on the services, including from, I'm just giving examples. Okay, that's my ad lib. That's why you get to read along. In addition, when you make a purchase from a third party on the services, including from a merchant selling products through our shopping features, we may share the information related to the transaction. I gotta reread that. There was too many ad libs. With your consent or at your direction. For example, if you choose to allow a third-party service to access your account, like one of those games or something, like whatever, I don't game that much. We may share certain information about you with a third party depending on your permission. In addition, when you make a purchase from a third party on the services, including from a merchant selling products through our shopping features. Oh yeah, they do that a lot actually. I'm kind of new to TikTok. We may share the information related to the transaction with that third party and their payment processors and transaction fulfillment providers. Gosh, that could get like a lot of information being shared everywhere, as otherwise permitted by law. For additional details about how we share information, review how we share information in the TikTok privacy policy. Your rights. You may submit a request to no access, correct, or delete the access. Oh, submit a request. Oh, to no access, correct, or delete the information we have collected about you at that URL right there, tiktok.com/https://www.tiktok.com/legal/report/privacy. You may also submit a request to appeal any decision we have made about your request through the same method. For additional details on how to exercise your rights, please review your rights and choices in the TikTok privacy policy. Privacy policy updates. We may amend or update this consumer health data privacy policy from time to time. When we update this consumer health data privacy policy, we may notify you of changes by updating the last updated effective date at the top of the new privacy policy, posting the new privacy policy, or by providing other notice required or permitted by applicable law. We recommend that you review this consumer health data privacy policy from time to time, because I bet they're not required to post any updates, but maybe they are, as required or permitted by law. To stay informed of our privacy practices, maybe they do have to. It would probably be a really good idea. Okay, so I think it's good. It would be good to click on this right here, this thing about the rights, but there was also a link up here that I meant to check. Click here to find out about the required permissions. What's this? How we process face and voice information. If you choose to use, those filters that pretty much everybody uses. If you choose to use face and voice related, see, this is a conspiracy-ish that I've been seeing on the YouTube. This is why I'm so interested in this, actually. So, because I've been hearing about some stuff, but I'm just going to read. How we process face and voice information. If you choose to use face and voice related effects and filters or similar features, we collect and analyze face and voice information in TikTok videos, photos, and live videos. For example, an effect that adds sunglasses to your face. I mean, who can resist something awesome like that? May need to know where your eyes are on the screen, right? In order to correctly position the sunglasses on your face. Something dawned on me just then. Similarly, a voice filter may need to identify your pitch to make you sound more like a robot, or you could just try to make your own awesome robot voice like me. We also offer features that allow you to upload an image or audio recording and use it. Wow, I'm going to have to take a break. For example, to create a digital avatar, digital representation of your voice, or other personalized content based on your face or voice. We also collect and analyze face and voice information in videos, photos, and live videos to improve safety and user experience, to recommend and moderate content, and for analytics and demographic classification, such as inferred age range. Okay. We also collect and analyze face and voice information in videos, photos, and live videos. Like breaking news. To improve safety. You can read between some lines there if you want to. And user experience to recommend and moderate content. And for analytics and demographic classification, such as, par exemple, just as one random example, inferred age range. Just as an example. Nothing else. Nothing else at all. No, nothing else. In addition, if you choose to use facial age estimation to confirm your age on TikTok, we work with Yoti, a third-party age assurance service, to estimate your age using face information collected from a selfie you submit. Age assurance. Okay. By uploading photos or videos or photos using effects and filters, creating personalized content based on your face or voice, going live on TikTok. I don't know why I have to capitalize it like that. Or using facial age estimation. You agree to your face and voice information being used for these purposes. If you don't agree to your face or voice information being used for these purposes, don't upload videos or photos. It's just that simple. Use effects and filters. Just don't fucking use TikTok, basically. Create personalized content based on your face or voice, or go live on TikTok. Delete any videos or photos you uploaded to TikTok, as well as any digital avatars or voices you created, like your AI self. Don't use facial age estimation to confirm your age on TikTok. If you delete your TikTok account, any face or voice related information associated with your account will also be deleted. I'm a natural skeptic. We're going to go back to that link, that other link about the rights and stuff, and where you can ask about your information. You know what? I have this image in my head of this giant barge off the coast of California. I don't know if I'm using the right word, but it's like all the servers on the Google. I mean, I really want to be an optimist. I do. I used to be a hopeless optimist, and then life just bit me in the ass so many times. But you know what? I'll take their word for it with confirmation, I guess. You know what? Actually, my MySpace account got deleted, and I didn't even ask for them to delete it. I guess that was Tom. You know, I guess he thought that everybody just needed to be deleted. But they told me mine was epic. Anyway, it's fine. Anyway, whatever. You know what? That was just my ego talk. No, it wasn't my ego. It was my college classmates. It's fine. It doesn't matter. They were surely some drunken memories that should have just been deleted anyway. Okay. So, moving on. It's not about me here. Important things to know about when you create or post on the app. If other people appear in your videos, photos, or live videos, you're responsible for making sure TikTok has consent to collect and analyze their face and voice information. Wow, now that's like old school. That is old school. That's like back in the day, like as a production assistant, like when you'd have to get like a consent form, like sign that stuff. That is old school. Huh. We don't use any face or voice information to identify you. What? Hold on. I'm just going to keep reading. We don't use any face or voice information to identify you or other people in your videos, photos, or live videos, and we don't share such information with third parties. Jigga, what? Wait, but excuse me? Wait, what? Why am I confused by that? Okay. So they just collect the information, but they don't identify us. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. And they don't share it with, they just fucking said that they share it with third parties on that whole last page. They were talking about all the ways that they share it with fucking third parties. Did I just hallucinate that last page? Hold on, let's just look. I might be dumb, but I'm not slow. No, I might be slow, but I'm not dumb. Hold up. Okay, let's just go on ahead. Let's just go on ahead. Okay. The scope of consumer health data is defined. For your information and awareness, we may collect the following information. Information about your physical and mental health conditions that you and others choose to provide in the content that you create or upload. For example, if you or others may provide such information, if you compose, send, or receive messages discussing a recent illness, let's see, disclose information about health related. Okay, let's see, the existence and location of a face, biometric identifiers, location information, including approximate or precise location that could identify your attempt to seek health care, information that may be used to infer or derive consumer health data, and then how they may use it. Let's see, how we may share it with service providers and business partners, with our affiliates. If you choose to allow a third party service with a third party, the fuck? Okay, so first of all, with a bunch of third parties, they just said with service providers, with affiliates, as well as a bunch of personally identifying crap. Oh, okay. And then they just say on the next page that they just said, well, we don't use any face or voice information to identify you or other people in your videos, photos, or live videos, and we don't share such information with third parties. This does not reconcile. That does not reconcile. That does not compute. Please explain it to me as if I were 50 IQ, because that does not compute to me. Please explain it to me. Please explain it to me as if I were 5 years old, because I don't understand. Can you please help me understand? Please explain it to me. I take things very literally and I don't get it. You're really going to have to break that down for me. You don't use any face or voice information to identify you. Is there some kind of legalese loophole here? Well, we don't use the face information to identify you, because we don't identify you with the face, or the voice, but it just so happens that, your face is on there and like, I mean, if somebody saw your face and they could recognize you, but we don't attach your identity to the face. Like, it's not like we put your name on the face, but if somebody saw your face and they knew you, then what? I mean, but your location, what? No, make it make sense. Make it make sense. It doesn't fucking make sense. It doesn't make sense. Make it make sense. Make it make sense. Okay, I'm going on. Once a filter or effect that uses face, well, y'all know. They know everything, just so you know what you're agreeing to. If you're still here 30 minutes in, do you know what you're agreeing to? Do you know? Once a filter or effect that uses face or voice information has been added to your content, that information is deleted. Wait, once a filter or effect that uses face or voice information has been added to your content, that information is deleted. Well, that is reassuring. That is reassuring. But wait a second. Wasn't there something on the other page about adding, they collect stuff? Because I do take things literally. So what do they mean about collecting things? I want to know. They should have a definitions page. Hold on. Collect. Okay, we'll get to there. For information about the types of data we collect. Information we collect. Okay, we'll get there. Okay, because it's right here. For additional details about the types of data we collect and how we collect it. Yeah. Goes back to that identifier thing. Okay. Okay. Safety. Okay. Safety, huh? Safety for whom? Hopefully it's just to catch pedos. That's a good cause. To catch a predator. Okay. Anyway, let's continue. Oh, this is telling. That's a little different. Face or voice information used to create a digital avatar, digital voice, or other personalized content based on your face or voice is also deleted within 3 years of your last use of TikTok. Whoa. Huh. Now that's a little bit more detail. That gives them some room. Look at that. So anybody ever make a digital avatar or other personalized content, so that's like anything, face or voice information used to create a digital avatar, digital voice, or other personalized content based on your face or voice is also deleted within 3 years of your last use of TikTok. That's nice. So if you delete TikTok today, then they'll probably maybe delete all that stuff within 3 years. Well, unless the laws of the United States are completely changed by then. So help us. I mean, I'm just saying, while I have my First Amendment rights to exercise, I'm just saying, If you're watching from abroad, please pray for us or whatever it is that you do. You know, or send help. Once your video, photo, or live has been analyzed for any other purpose described above, the face and voice related information collected is deleted. What if they think it's worth keeping? Do they ever decide that? I mean, I just like, I ask tough questions. Important things to know about when you use facial age estimation. You only use your selfie and face Yoti, excuse me. I have a smear in my glasses. Yoti only uses your selfie and face information to estimate your age and to judge whether the image is of a live person or not. Your selfie and face information aren't used to identify you or for any other purpose. Yoti doesn't share your face information with TikTok or third parties. Yoti and TikTok delete your selfie and any face information once the age estimation process is complete. If there's an issue during the process or you prefer not to use facial age estimation, you can use a different method to confirm your age, such as credit card authorization. To learn more about the information we collect and why we collect it, and learn more. Okay, in our privacy policy, was this helpful? I mean, sure, it was helpful. All right, let's go back to the privacy policy because that's where we started, and we're going to continue with the information. Information we collect. What? That's all. We collect your information in 3 ways. This is getting so long. OMG. Look, it would be faster if I weren't commenting on it, but I really want to help some people with this. All right. Capitalized terms. So this is where we left off. The Washington's My Health, My Data Act and other similar state laws. Wait, was this what we actually got referred to? Consumer health? Oh, okay, yeah, all right. Okay, oh, all right. That are, because they capitalized terms that are not defined. Capitalized terms that are not defined in this privacy policy have the meaning given to them in the terms of service. So maybe it defines the word collect. What services are covered by these terms? Additional terms and policies that might apply depending on the services you use. Using the platform, limitation of liability, suspending or ending a relationship, change of these terms, indemnity, resolving disputes. I'm not going to do this whole thing. I just want to look up the term collect. Features. I'm just going to scan this. Additional term, music terms, community guidelines, intellectual property, branded content, virtual items, rewards, subscription terms, user platform. Wait, when was this updated? Let's see. Okay. Okay. In short, this is a contract between you and TikTok USDS joint venture. You should read it. Definitely, I have not read this prior to using TikTok. Perhaps I scanned it before signing up. Maybe. does this say? Wait, you must not use or help anyone else use the platform to do anything misleading or harmful, do anything that we determine violates or risks violating applicable laws, regulations, or requirements where you live or where we operate, including anti-corruption, anti-money laundering, counter-terrorist financing, import controls, export controls, and economic sanctions laws or regulations. Oh, that's interesting. So it's actually, I didn't know that it was wrong to speak out against corruption or, oh, well, anyway. I mean, I just thought that, like, corruption was bad. Okay. Okay, anyway. Well, this video might get taken down. It will probably get taken down. Wouldn't be surprised. It'll probably get frickin' flagged. Okay, I'm looking for, we may remove or restrict access to any content for any reason, may cause harm to or violate the rights of our users. You can delete specific videos or all of your content. We will no longer publicly display it. Blah. Collect is what I want to know. Mama. Yeah. Is this the end of it? Okay, they will provide notice of an update to the terms. One-year limitation on legal action. Okay, it's too fast probably for anyone to read. Okay. Information they collect. Okay, so they didn't define the word collect, but I suppose that should be basic. I could go to a dictionary. They collected in 3 ways: information that we provide, automatically collected information, and information from other sources. Okay, so uploaded content. Um, so when we create an account, upload content, contact them directly, or otherwise use the services we provide. You may provide some or all of the following: account information, date of birth, username, password, email, phone number, profile image, content, comments, photographs, live stream, audio recording, videos, and text you. I feel like I've already gone to the most interesting part, but there is still a lot more to this privacy policy. I do encourage you to read it. I am already 45 minutes into this video, so I feel like I need to go to a part 2 and also take a break and eat dinner myself. So I think I am going to take a break. I am not going to click agree yet. So this might not get uploaded tonight. Yeah. I'm going to keep going for just a little bit longer. I'm going to trudge through it. But I'm going to read quietly. Let me see. Date of birth, username, password, email, phone number, comments, photographs, live stream, audio recording, videos. If my attention span is waning, up, bet yours is too. Oh, this is interesting though. So the content, obviously comments, photos, live streams, audio recordings, videos, and text that you choose to create, import, publish, upload through their apps and websites. But even if you're not a user, information about you may appear in user content created or published by users on their apps and websites. They may collect user content through pre-uploading at the time of creation, import, or upload, regardless of whether you choose to save or publish that user content. For example, to recommend audio options, provide an effect, generate caption, and provide other personalized options. So even if you're not a user, information about you may appear in user content. Huh. Wow. Through pre-uploading. Wow. Huh. Regardless of whether you choose to save or publish that. Huh. Messages, including content you compose, send, or receive. Yeah, they collect that. We know that. Including messages you send through the chat functionality when using the shopping features to communicate with sellers, AI interactions, including prompts, questions, files, and other types of info that you submit to the AI-powered interfaces, as well as the responses that the AI generates. They collect that. Clipboard content. So even if you cut and paste something, text, images, access through your device's clipboard. When you use certain functions like information sharing with third-party services, copying and pasting clipboard content onto their apps and websites, purchase information like your frickin' credit card information, purchase history, payment and other transactions. When you buy TikTok coins, products, services through their shopping, I guess like you figure all this, yeah? Your phone and social network contact, your phone, yeah, with your permission. You have to give permission. If you choose to sync your contacts, they'll collect that information. So your contact, motherfucker, don't share me information, name, phone number, email address. Maybe you got a little note in there from your device's phone book, friends list from your social network. Match that information to users who have TikTok accounts. They'll collect that information from about the accounts you follow and that follow you, your account settings and communication preferences, information to verify an account, such as proof of identity or age, information and correspondence you send to TikTok, like support requests, information you share if you fill in advertisers' forms on the app, or like if you participate in surveys, research. So much for confidential research, not through TikTok. It's probably some front for advertising if it's done through TikTok anyway. Research. Promotions, exactly. Marketing campaigns, exactly. Events or contests. Information you provide may include sensitive personal information as defined under applicable state privacy laws, such as information from users under the relevant age threshold. Information you disclose in survey responses or in your user content about your racial or ethnic origin, national origin, religious beliefs, mental or physical health diagnosis, whatever you decide to disclose. Religious beliefs, did I already say that? Mental or physical health diagnosis, sexual life or sexual orientation, status as transgender or non-binary, citizenship or immigration status, or financial information. For example, we may process your financial information in order to provide you the goods or services you request from us, or your driver's license number in order to verify your identity. Hey, now we know exactly where you live. Now we know all this stuff about you. Knock, knock. We may also collect precise location data. So even if you're not staying there, knockety knock. I mean, I rebuke that, but just saying, depending on your settings and as explained below, we process such sensitive personal information in accordance with applicable law, Project 2025, such as for permitted purposes, such as under the California Consumer Privacy Act. Lord have mercy. How long does this go on? So this is what most of us do. Okay, we're at automatically collected information. We automatically collect certain information from you when you use the services, including uses information, including information about the duration of your engagement, your IP address, user mobile time zone setting, identifier model of your device, the device system, network type. This is actually this stuff right here. This stuff right here. This stuff right here. This stuff about the phone. This is where this automated collection. See, I went into the settings on my phone. I mean, none of us are immune to this. I mean, I don't know. Somebody here that's really techie, let us know. Because all these sites, they have these little ding. It's like cookies on steroids. And there's like a unique identifier. And then it's like, oh, then it interacts. It's like there are these trackers, and then it's, it doesn't have our social security number attached or like our name or whatever, but it's like it's us, and then it collects more information, if I'm explaining this right. And so it's like it may as well be you because it's you, you're like this unique individual, and and then it's like it follows you. So then it's got the technical information from your device and network and application, including your IP address, your user agent, your mobile carrier, time zone settings, identifiers for advertising purposes, model of your device, the device system, network type, your screen resolution and operating system, app and file names and types, keystroke patterns or rhythm, all this stuff they got. We automatically assign device IDs and user IDs. And may frickin' lawyer-ese, legalese. Yes, we may. Yes, we may. We may, because the law I mean, there's no freaking the law didn't think about any of this crap. Maybe we ought to think about this. We the peeps being peeped on everywhere. Maybe those Luddites weren't wrong, you know? Pshee. I mean, there's few of them, you know, the off the grid ones, but I mean, I do like my technology. We automatically assign device IDs and user IDs, you know? It's research on steroids. You know, if you do research, you do assign a unique user ID. It's like to de-identify someone, except that user ID follows you everywhere. So you want to identify somebody? It's pretty freaking easy. And we may use this and other information to identify your activity across devices, across timelines, you know? Get real. I'm posting this, you know, bravely knowing, like, you know, everything we do, you know, it's like, well, what are you going to do, man? Stop living? What are you going to do? Stop living? Location information about your approximate location based on your device and information, network information such as SIM card region, IP address, and device system settings. We also collect information such as tourist attractions, shops, and other points of information. If you choose to add the location to your user content, yeah, at least turn your location off when you take pictures. Take your location off when you're posting stuff. I mean, unless you really want, I mean, it's up to you, I guess, like how much you want to be tracked, you know? Also, if you choose to enable location services for the TikTok app within your device settings, we collect approximate or precise location information from your device. You can turn off location services from your device settings at any time. Click here to learn more about how we collect location information. Mother Hubbard, I don't know if I'm ever going to end this video, y'all. I need to eat dinner. It's 21:46. Do you see what this is? Okay, hold on. Let me just do a quick scroll and see how long this shit is. God. Oh, no, it's not that much longer. Okay. Oh, okay. And some of this. Oh, I love this one. This is fascinating. Just skip to this. We may share certain of your information with qualifying researchers to facilitate independent research. Ooh. Wow. Do tell. Maniacal laugh. Okay. Motherfucker. Okay, no, those are just links to stuff within the document. Okay. Okay, that, well, Okay, I'm skipping around a little bit here. Your rights, and because a lot of this is kind of repetitive. Your rights and choices. You may submit a request to no access, correct, or delete the information. Okay, yep. We saw. Let's look at that form. We want to see that form. Request privacy information. Request information about your data. Report a privacy. Ask about it in 10 seconds. We'll redirect you to a website. Oh, okay. I just wanted to see if the form was still there or if it existed, you know. Fill out this form if you'd like to exercise your rights under state privacy laws, including applicable rights for deletion. Exercise your right as a parent to delete your child's account. Yeah, that's important. Okay. Yes. Okay, that's important too. If you want to submit feedback or report concerns, including a TikTok account of someone under the age of 13 and you're not their parent or guardian, if you want to report child sexual abuse or non-consensual intimate imagery or sexually explicit deep fake material like AI generated or digitally altered, if you're a prospective employee or a former employee, submit your privacy concerns on this. Okay. Well, that's good to know. Okay. Alrighty. Meow. Okay, back. Okay. You may appeal any decision we have made through through your in-app settings. You can directly update your account information or request a copy of your data. Oh, okay. Oh, that's good. Oh, is that kind of like how you get a copy of everything on Facebook? Or deactivate or delete your account. Will not retaliate for exercising, although some aspects of the service may no longer be available. I wonder if they give you a confirmation, because in that one part they said that your stuff may not be deleted for 3 years. You may be entitled, in accordance with applicable law, to submit a request through an authorized agent to designate an authorized agent to exercise choice on your behalf. Please provide evidence that you have been given such agent power, that you have given such agent power of attorney, or that the agent otherwise has valid written authority to submit requests to exercise right interview, responding consistent with applicable law and subject to proper verification. We will verify your request by asking you to send it from the email address associated. I'm sorry, I'm reading so quickly. We will verify your request by asking you. This video is probably getting really shitty. Are you still here? Are you still here? Your rights and choices are important. They're not going to retaliate against you for exercising your rights. You can designate an agent on your behalf. They'll respond to your request consistent with applicable law. They'll verify your... Oops, I'm being loud. I have neighbors. They'll verify your request by asking you to send it from the email address associated with your account. You better remember the password. Or provide information necessary to verify your account. More information about requests that we have received can be found here. We like to check the links. Requests to know. Requests to know 4116. Total request complied with in whole or in part 3810. Request to delete 4150. Okay. Right to correct. Request received. Why so little? Wow, they're complied with that. Okay. I mean, I see there is a discrepancy. Requests to access or delete may have been denied due to factors such as the requester failed or did not respond to our authentication process. The request was denied to protect the rights and freedoms of others. The data or account could not be found or had already been deleted by the requestor. TikTok does not and did not sell or share personal information as defined under CCPA, which is California Consumer Privacy Act. and therefore did not process requests to opt out of sale or share. TikTok does not and did not use or disclose sensitive personal information as defined under CCPA, and therefore did not process requests to limit use or disclosure of sensitive personal information. I beg to differ. Wow. Well, would you know that? That sounds controversial. Yeah. Look at that. Huh. And that happened between, well, this is a little bit out of date, January 1 and December 31, 2024. Why is this so out of date? Look at the discrepancy. They received 125,254 requests with a right to correct information, and they complied with 1,943. So just doing like a super duper rough math, like 2,000 out of 125,000. What would that be, like two, not even 2%, not even 2%, not even 2%. .75% or something like that, roughly. So they say TikTok does not and did not sell or share personal information as defined under CCPA, and therefore did not process requests for opt-out of sale or share. TikTok, I'm going to have to end this soon because I'm losing my ability to speak. I already have a head cold thing going. Anyway, TikTok does not and did not use or disclose sensitive personal information as defined under CCPA, and therefore did not process requests to limit use or disclosure of sensitive personal information, which is almost saying the same thing. But the aforementioned metrics do not include instances where TikTok users have self-exercised their right to delete or download their data via the in-app functionality instead of using the privacy web form. Well, dang. How does the CCPA define sensitive personal information? I feel like honestly, to, be thorough. Like, I should probably at least, ay, 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 this gonna be rabbit hole. I mean, honestly, I'm gonna have to at least look that up. I'm gonna have to at least look that up. Sensitive personal information as defined under CCPA. Okay. Because we've already established what well, let's look it up under Google. Sensitive personal information. Okay. Covers information that identifies, relates to, or could reasonably be linked to a particular consumer or household. Okay. Well. Okay. Let's state of California. Let's go to the state of California. That seems like a pretty good resource. California Consumer Privacy Act gives consumers more control over the personal information that businesses collect about them, and the CCPA regulations provide guidance on how to implement the law. This landmark law secures new privacy rights for California consumers, including the right to know about the personal information a business collects about them and how it is used and shared. Thank you, California. The right to delete personal information collected from them with some exceptions. The right to opt out of the sale or sharing of their personal information. Okay. Okay. The right to correct. That was okay. Alrighty. Okay. Okay. Okay, so let's go to request to collect. Okay. Okay, why did the business deny my request to correct? The information is publicly available information. Okay. I see. Okay, we're looking at this. There are exceptions to the right to correct. Common reasons why businesses may deny your request to correct include the information is publicly available information, certain medical information, such as consumer credit reporting information, or other types of information exempt from the CCPA. Well, I want more information. What is the right to limit? You can direct businesses to only use your sensitive personal information. Information is power, y'all. That's why I'm here. That's why I'm still here after an hour and 15 minutes, because information is power. Power to the people. Do you know why? Do you know why we have the frickin', I don't care what party, because it doesn't matter what stupid party is in office. Do you know why our government is the way that it is right now? Because people are not informed. Information, education is power. Okay, let's continue. What is the right to limit? You can direct businesses to only use your sensitive personal information. For example, your social security number, financial account information, your precise geolocation data, or your genetic data for limited purposes, such as providing you with the services you requested. Okay. Alright, so it sounds like there's some loopholes there with the ticky-tock. Because, you know, they be doing that. And if that's all they be doing, then, and hopefully that's all they're doing, that's all they should be doing, then ethically, of course you have to trust them. And if you're like a lot of us, then you probably have trust issues. California Privacy Protection Agency is currently engaged in a formal rulemaking process. Well, you didn't make the rules already? That seems a little bass-ackwards. Let's build the frickin' ship while we're driving, while we're navigating. I mean, such is life, but also, bro. It has proposed CCPA regulations pertaining to the right to limit, but these are not currently final or effective. That seems a little scary. I'm done here, dude. Okay, 2023. Okay, is this the most up to date? Oh, the delete request and opt out. Okay, platform is officially live. That's good. Okay. All right. Okay. 2023. They turned live. Okay. All right. That's good. Let's see. Let's go home. Okay, that's good. Learn about your privacy rights. Delete your data with drop. Delete request and opt-out platform. Use drop to require data brokers. Delete your information with a single request. Oh, yeah? Is that so? Right under the seat, what is personal information? That's what I want to know. Sensitive personal. Thank you. This is easy to navigate. Sensitive personal information is a specific subset of personal information that describes certain types of personal information that are more sensitive. Lord. So you define the word with the word. I thought that's not how you're supposed to do that thing. Sensitive personal information is a specific subset of personal information that describes certain types of personal information that are more, how do you say, sensitive in nature. Oh, thanks. You really said a lot with so many words. You have. That's how you fucking define it? Oh, that hurt. Okay, good. You have the right to limit a business's use and disclosure of your sensitive personal information. Ow, I'm so sensitive. Ow. It hurts when I smack my hand against my head. To only certain purposes under the law, sensitive personal information includes social security or passport number, driver's license or state ID, financial account credentials, a consumer's precise geolocation, racial or ethnic origin, citizen or immigration status, religious or philosophical beliefs, or union membership, contents of messages, e.g., emails, texts, chats, unless it's directed to the business, genetic data, neural data, biometrics like facial recognition, information concerning your health, sex life, or sexual orientation. That's a lot of the stuff that TikTok identified in their information they collected. They talked about approximate or exact location data. They talked about certain demographic information, for example, age, but we all know what else is included in demographic, racial or ethnic origin. They did at some point talk about citizen, or they talked about immigration status. We also know that religion is in demographics. They definitely talked about messages, content, including DMs and chats and text. But they're excluding if it's directed to TikTok. They talked about biometric data, which actually some genetic markers are visible with biometrics, neural data. Some of those could potentially be visible as biomarkers as well, like through somebody's eyes or their expressions, their patterns of, sure. It literally says biometrics, facial recognition. Genetic data, like your freaking hair color, eye color, whatever, shape of your nose. Patterns like my Eastern European cheekbones. that you can't see. Information concerning it. Yeah, all of that khara is in the TikTok stuff that they collect, and they're saying that it's not covered in the California, so they denied like over 98% of those claims. Or is it because 98% of those claims, oh, okay, to be fair, I don't know because I haven't looked at 98%. So hypothetically, I'm gonna start wrapping this video because I'm getting tired. My speech is going down. So hypothetically, 98% of those claims could have just included like somebody's, you know, like purchase history or like nickname, something that's not sensitive, like it says right in this part here, like their employment data, and it's not considered sensitive, and somebody wanted to have it removed. It could be that, and they wanted to have that removed. To me, that seems unlikely that 98% of people were filing claims that did not qualify for something about this. But, I mean, where's the burden of proof? Is anybody else overthinking this as much as I am? If you made it to the end of this video, I want you to put the thinking emoji and or like the nerd face emoji, because the nerd face emoji is actually my favorite. I mean, little surprise. I mean, I really like it because of the glasses, but also clearly I'm a nerd. Still have not gotten through that whole privacy policy. I mean, I am a speed reader, so I could probably speed read the rest of it. I'm fucking tired, and you know, I mean, I am a completionist, so you know, I am definitely not gonna, I mean, I gone this far, like I'm not gonna fucking agree to that thing until I read all of it, but I'm tired as shit. So, I encourage you to read through the whole thing. You read through most of it with me. There was like, it's like 75% read at this point. We've read through it together. So, you know, it's the information you collect, and you know, just tap through the rest, and you know, you cannot move forward until you hit agree. Like you can't hit the back button, you can't tap away from it, and let's see, if you go tap out of these ads, I really don't know if it's on or off, what the deal is. And yeah, like I have no clue what's what. So definitely you probably, if you already did it, like, yeah, I don't know, I can't hit the back button, I can't. So yeah, and if you want to follow me, because I don't know, I might just end up just posting this on my YouTube channel. In the meantime, and we'll see what happens. Peace. Stay free. And if you made it to the very end, put up a peace sign emoji and let me know what you think.